Back with another chat stream here. It's not too laggy. Hold on. Dude, give him a line, but how's your day going? Mine pretty alright. Um, I did like a sleep stream recently, and the freaking reason it started at 6:30 was because friggin' there was a huge snowstorm in Peterborough last night that actually took out the internet. Must have been pretty bad. Honestly, wonder how bad that snowstorm was. It must have been pretty bad to take out the internet. And it's not even because it's not by satellite, so probably has to take down whatever wires or something. Even I've seen quite a bit of storms happen, and it doesn't usually take out the internet, so it must have been pretty bad. You must have been the one that hits the one at the company. But yeah, if you didn't see recently, I did a video looking, um, video last night recently. Oh wait, hold on. What? You never know what the chat. Do all messages. There we go. Oh hey man, all right, sound good. Yeah, that was that podcast was supposed to be on. Be cool. Talking to someone from said UK time, so yeah, yeah. I'll have to go look it up too. I'm pretty sure it's another day ahead, so it's gonna be probably pretty late at night. Yeah, I did a recent video where I looked back like 6 months ago or so, and it was a video saying I predict that Twitch is gonna start declining after Doctor Disrespect left, and it was literally just it was horrible. It was overly long drunken rant. I drunk some wine that night. My favorite wine is one that comes from California. It's kind of was drinking in that video. And it was funny. It was just some drunken rant about friggin' Twitch, and it ends up literally coming true somehow. Like, and plus, it was before I even knew really much about Twitch at all. I didn't know 6 months ago you could archive streams. I mean, what is it called? I'm not sure what it's called. It's something where you can basically transfer it from the Twitch platform to YouTube, so it saves forever, you know. But I heard they recently, as far as what I looked up anyway about it, uh, basically they got rid of that feature not that long ago. So it's like they're just trying to just kill their own platform or something. Like if you see anybody who uploads on Twitch and you see the same stream on YouTube or something, they're recording it too. They aren't just able to do that, so they got to use all that memory space just to be able to transfer it to another platform. Like, you wouldn't have that problem with YouTube. You wouldn't have that problem whatsoever. But for some reason on Twitch, now they decided to create that problem. They didn't have it before, but they created it. Yeah. And plus, another thing is it's run by human moderators who can have biases and stuff, so they could just not like the look of you and ban you, basically. So, honestly, I don't like. I was into that thing that was going on because it seemed like really insane. And plus the insane theories that were started why Dr. Disrespect got banned. I'm pretty sure he was saying, and a bunch of people too coming out saying, yeah, I know the real reason and all that, but and making up some like insane criminal charge or something. It was just insane. In reality, people get banned for no reason all the time on Twitch. That's why I'm transferring over here. I'm done with that platform. Like, the fact that they can only save a stream for 2 weeks or something. Like, that's not on any other platform. I think Twitch might be the one platform, as far as performance wise, works way worse than every other platform, including Facebook. The fact that I can say Twitch is worse than Facebook is, ugh, just kills me now. I gotta go by logic. I don't like to friggin' say that Twitch is worse than Facebook, because Facebook does a lot more heinous stuff, but I gotta be logical and performance wise, it's still better. So, I don't know why. They didn't have that problem before. They didn't. It's like whoever started that company didn't like have enough money to hold storage place for everybody. Tap that. For some reason, it doesn't always stay open. It's probably really good though if it is a day that on like if it's like right super late at night UK time here, then that'll be perfect because it's the best time to do things. Plus, I find a lot more of my creativities at night. I find anyway. Yeah, yeah, basically, in this stream, I'm gonna like basically go over like some things a couple of things anyway I plan on talking about on their podcasts, like such as how it became me starting YouTube and all that. It just honestly, it started out as not caring about what I was making and but eventually it grew. Like I had like this basically, I had this college fund for 100,000, and once my grandparents got dementia, the aunt uh, decides to take advantage of that and rob every dime of them, including the college fund. There's no way to prove it because you'll just forget it later. I hate that. That stuff goes on. See it all the time go on. It literally happens all the time. I'm gonna get something else besides water. Root beer. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. It basically started out as like me just making reaction videos, and some of them with clickbaity thumbnails, and it wasn't really. But then I grew more passionate. Like after a while, it wasn't a long era. Yeah, it wasn't a long era of that because then I like started like learning about it and all. The basic tips: not listening to YouTube gurus. Do not trust them. You do not want to trust YouTube gurus. The ones that have a channel that's dedicated only to making the same video every single time, saying how to get more views on YouTube, how to get more views on YouTube, how to get more views on YouTube. I can't believe so many people watch some of them. I don't get it. I named one of them in the very past. There's more that's come out too. Maybe I should make a dedicated video to freaking showing some of them, more of them, to let all my followers know. Do not trust those people for advice. I'm pretty sure one of them, don't know, can't remember which one. There's so friggin' many of them. Said the way to grow your channel is delete all your old videos. No, unless they're friggin' like offensive or something, or really like if they're bad, it, just in like performance wise, then there's no reason to delete it. Plus, it kind of like takes the whole showing the journey up of like getting better and better, you know? It takes all that out. And I'm pretty sure not a single YouTuber ever did that, ever. So I don't know what that piece of advice was, but definitely he's wrong on that. There's only a few things that someone can teach you, just like basic tips. And they can't teach you what kind of content to make and everything. And it's gotta be something you enjoy too, on top of it. It can't just be, oh, the trending topic, even though I don't enjoy this trending topic, I'm gonna still talk about it and pretend I care about it. No. I think that's what Keemstar tends to do a lot. He tends to basically, basically, pretend to care about things that are actually no big deal whatsoever. Let me get my eyes. I'm putting these on from time to time. Yeah, that's basically. I mean, I already gave my few tips anyway, past streams and stuff. Just basic few tips. Like, that's basically all you can do. Yeah, actually, it's just too choked out. I gotta get some better glasses. It's just basic. The whole content. You see those guys making like thousands of videos, exactly the same in every way. Pretty much most of them anyway. They change it up a few times to try and confuse you, and then I think it's like in a pattern or something. They got all these things in like a pattern, and then they go through the pattern and then reset, and go through the pattern and then reset. It's It's bad. I looked at them too, just to like see them. Maybe I, maybe it's maybe I'm just misjudging it because looking at the channel and stuff. But no, I did some more research into it. And yeah, I did more research into it, and I found out it was a pattern. Some of them was they're mixing good advice too with bad advice. I I noticed that too. Well, I'd say wrong advice. It won't help. And then they mix some of the few tips that I mentioned. They'll mention that into it, and then they'll mix it with other things that aren't actually ways to help. And then a lot of them are saying, "Oh, you know what'll help you become a bigger YouTuber? You get this company that I'm definitely not sponsored by." Uh, I never heard like even one other YouTuber who uses any of the tools that they mention. Like you probably trust a guy like YouTuber like Penguin Z0 or something. Critical. Because he's not low enough to go for these scam companies. He'll, if it's, he'll literally, he won't go that low. There's probably a big reason why a lot of those uh, D word tubers aren't really making any content whatsoever now. That's probably a big reason why. It's gotta be because you don't see any of them making any content really. And if it is, it'll be like 1 minute videos or so because they know damn well no one's gonna view it. I think that is one good thing that happened anyway. The censorship of edgy content I think is one bad thing, but that is one good thing too that also changed. It yeah, one good change is at least it's good that people started to realize that that ain't really a good way to be. Yeah. It's so funny though. I couldn't believe. Well, it was kind of really horrible and funny at the same time. But because friggin' what Logan Paul did on his podcast, it was like this. I swear they're in a challenge to who can become more hated. They must be in some kind of challenge for it or something. They gotta be in a challenge for it because. But Logan Paul took home the cake in that one. Yeah. You didn't write anything in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. So I love this being able to go live now on YouTube. Being able to chat live with my audience. Very cool thing to be able to do now. Especially not on Twitch. Friggin' done with that. That's for sure. And yes, some people use dual streamers, but if you don't got like a super fast internet, a dual streamer ain't gonna work. It just won't work no matter what. Like those guys who just came in chat earlier that I'm gonna whose podcast I'm gonna be on. Um, they basically uh, they it's not gonna be live streaming the podcast because you know why? If you heard from other YouTubers like, for example, Pyrocynical, he you know you probably heard about how bad UK Wi-Fi is. UK Wi-Fi is very bad, I heard. As far as I've looked up, anyway. I don't know because I've never been to the UK and Canada. So it's going to be recorded, of course, if we don't want it to be 360p. That's literally how live streams will come out. That's probably the only way you can live stream there. They got this thing I heard in the UK where apparently you gotta like pay way more, like about like around $800, 800 more or so on your internet thing to get the kind of internet they have over here. Like that's ridiculous. So you'd be spending almost like $1,000 just to have the same kind of internet they have in different places. I think PewDiePie actually made a video talking about that a long time ago. When he moved from Sweden to the UK, he ended up finding out that that about the internet. You know, a guy like PewDiePie probably could afford that, but not most of the people couldn't afford it and probably wouldn't want to pay that just to be able to live stream. And that's insane. Like, like, God, must be bad. But I wonder what upload speed is like. I mean, it can't be good. I can officially say this though, but the worst kind is public Wi-Fi, especially. If you go to any, and you know what's funny, since this uh, um, C-word virus that's started recently. I noticed public Wi-Fi's have gotten extremely slower, and I think they're dialing it back even slower on purpose to keep people away from public Wi-Fi. Yeah, me, I'm really dined in at any places because I don't like that if you want to dine in, you have to give all your info to them. Like, I don't trust someone like that with my address, phone number, and all that, you know? And how do I know they're not gonna dox me or something like that, you know? Like, seriously. You know, I'll go to a food place and just take out the food. And no way I'm like, no way I'm bringing in. I don't really like that, man. Like, you should have like an option where you give them certain kind of contact info, but not your phone number and address. That's something that is really, I don't agree with being handled that way. I think it's wrong, honestly. But I definitely can agree all those anti-masker people are really not right in it. Because people wore masks for all kinds of different reasons before this happened. But now that this happened, Um, now all of a sudden, oh yeah, now the masks won't suffocate you. No one said that before. That was one good comparison I made probably in a recent video. Well, not recent, well, video probably a while back. Not like long time ago or anything, just like little bit. But it's so it's so dumb. But that way, like I didn't. I think that's just like some way to get your info to spam advertisement from a company or call you nonstop and to advertise. Like, yeah, what, they can't take down a business email or something like that, you know? No, it's gotta be your phone number and address. Yeah, no way I'm giving them that. And write it down on a piece of paper and that all the other employees can look at. Yeah, very good info. I find that really stupid. Why can't they take a business email or something like that? Or Twitter info, something else other than phone number and address. That is really, really frigged up. I have no idea why. Well, I don't know why. Well, I don't know. It's because Canada. It's I heard a lot of places in the U.S. are doing that too. So, it's kind of both. It's happening, and but a lot more crazier. Um, Basically, people taking advantage of the situation. Um, I actually made some videos about that, like probably a long while ago. I hope for kind of. Yeah, I made some videos a while ago, and it's funny. I actually friggin' made it stop. Just despise that I didn't have a huge, not a huge following at the time. Probably just because people heard about and talked about it locally or something. Yeah, New Brunswick definitely handled it the worst. That's for sure. It's insane. Well, not no, they didn't handle it the worst. No, Quebec did. You can say that for sure. And I don't have a problem with anyone from Quebec. I got like a lot of friends who are across the bridge. But the way their the government over there handles it wasn't good. Just like it's insane. Let's do everything, um, every um, every scientific thing that's being presented to us. Let's do the opposite because it was the Canadian government who told us to do this. That's what it is. I find really dumb. You know, Critical made those videos talking about Florida and stuff being bad with it. It's like Quebec is kind of like the Florida of Canada. It definitely is, though. No doubt about that. Because when it first started, when every other school was closed down, they kept theirs open. I seen some stories about it on the news. It was really bad. That I guarantee you probably have an easier time getting into Nova Scotia, to New Brunswick. That border, you probably have an easier time crossing that border than Quebec. Like Quebec, you actually get a lot of um, like literally a piece of paper saying that it's some medical emergency or something else. Like you gotta have like super good reason to even cross. Like you have to have a very good reason to cross, or they don't let you cross. Especially probably leaving now, because it is one of the spot. I kind of like agree with it, but I don't like it. Agree their decision is logical and everything, what they're doing, but it kind of I don't like it. Basically, it's not good, but they kind of have to, especially if you do stuff like that. Man, like come on. Like not looking at the evidence and just ignoring the evidence and saying, no, I'm not going to listen to it because the other side said it's true, so I gotta say it's wrong. Even though it's not wrong, I know that in my head, but I'm just gonna disregard it. It's insane. One thing I talked to in the past in the video, how the heck is the doctor that I talked about in a previous video, like not gets no charges whatsoever, nothing, and they try to spin it as, oh, they're only mad at him because of his race. That's what they're trying to spin it as. The fact is, he didn't have like the same thing everyone else would have to cross. He didn't have any of that. They just let him through. He didn't even say the reason. He didn't even tell anybody that he was going to going to like basically this is what the story says anyway. As far as I looked into him, like it shows there. Like they literally suspended him and everything. But yet somehow they spin that into that into race attack. I don't get that. There were people there were people online attacking his race, but that wasn't the whole reason why they attacked, you know? That's what they're trying to spin it as. I don't know how they're even able to do that. It's really crazy. mind boggles me. For sure. I really don't know how they spin it into that. Well, obviously people didn't agree with them because the comments were turned off. On that news channel that basically made it look like he was the victim, not the people infected. No, him. The one who's getting away with it all. Just had to move to a different town. I don't get that whatsoever. And that's just my opinion. It's seriously crazy. Oh, now I'm starting to realize this trick the story did. He basically, the reporter asks him, were you socially distanced and wearing a mask when you met with the other doctors about getting in position in a different town? Basically, they make, he goes, yes, mask and gloves. They do that. I think they add that to create the illusion, like, oh yeah, he was doing that with his patients. He had his mask and gloves on, and he was with his patients, which more than likely wasn't true. I know I had him as a family doctor once when I lived in Campbellton. Good thing I friggin' don't. Jeez. It's crazy that they get exemptions in Canada, doctors, from actual crimes. First, they get exemptions from medical mistakes. They can do surgery on you. Oh, whoops, I cut an artery, and then kill a person. They get away with it. Basically. Where in the States, they would have actual consequences. In Canada, they wouldn't. Honestly, I'd be terrified having any surgery done here. Unless it was by AI. Elon Musk's AI. Or whatever they use for it. I don't know. But definitely would feel safer rather than having a doctor in Canada. Right. I don't know how he got away with that. Any other person would be charged. Any other person. In the story, they tried to spin about, he goes, yes, I called the number and they told me I didn't have to self-isolate because I'm an essential worker. That's completely wrong, man. That is the biggest lie I ever heard. Like, that's not true at all, man. No wonder the comments were turned off. Like, that's completely false. if you call that number, oh, the basic thing about it, if you're even sick at all, you get laid off for 2 weeks. It, even if it is an essential place. I don't get that. How they're exempt from that. I don't. Why I don't. I strongly disagree with that. Yeah, that's why the comments were turned off on that. No wonder. You see that story spin and look into it. Ugh, it's pretty bad. Yeah, hoping to get some. I guess no one could come in the live chat really. Well, except that podcast there. Channel I'm gonna be on. It's pretty cool to be on a channel that in the UK. Pretty cool. Fortunately, it can't be really done live unless you want 360p quality. And I certainly don't want to run it like that, you know? Well, my quality would be 360p. Like, here you can go at least up to 720p. And for live streaming it. Live streams anyway. It's still pretty good, you know? I actually don't think, even if you had the fastest internet in the world, I don't think you can go up to 1080 for streams. Like 360, that's pretty bad when you have to go that low quality to be able to do any stream. Or just make it completely audio. Now I kind of see why they started recently that podcast. They started doing it in videos. The quality looks way better on it, for sure. And they got extremely better really quick. Like I watched a little bit of the first one, and then looked at the ones they've done now. That's a big reason why. Oh, yeah, yeah, why not? Yeah, that's bad. She's up. Something is dinner. Basically, the father, my little sister, he doesn't thinks teachers don't do anything wrong to kids ever. In his fantasy world, even though you hear on the news all the time of that happening, where people get suspended from school for literally nothing and all that, or having their hair dyed. Yeah, that guy lives in a fantasy world, for sure. Doesn't even investigate, just thinks. just thinks in his head, oh, okay, yeah, teacher do no wrong, police do no wrong. Just basically thinks that way. It really doesn't make sense whatsoever. Like, yeah, it'd be really dumb to think like that. It'd be extremely dumb to think about like that. It's bad. Somehow, that guy too has the father of my little sister. Um, Not my father, but that's how he basically thinks. Like, like caveman way of thinking. And somehow, this guy's managed to get this car dealership job or whatever the hell. All I know about it anyway is it's like extremely like it's a job you probably need a more than likely need a degree for. And the guy has no degree and a grade 9 education. I honestly think it was his family members that friggin' own the business or something. That's probably how. That's probably how he got in. There's no, because every other place would uh, require certain amount of education. Yeah, that's really stupid. Like, it made it kind of makes me mad in a way because I made that video recently talking about well, kind of recently anyway, about what CMS was doing, but in his head, and he's probably one of those people who just believe Facebook fake news and stuff. And every other, he probably, I don't know, but he's probably one of those crazy conspiracists who friggin' believe, oh, every other news is, what do they call it? These people, probably believes it's like, oh, it's, government controlled media and, uh, whatever conspiracies they believe in. I can't even keep up with them. There's so many of them. I only know a few. Just insane. Someone could think, think like that. Really don't know how that even happens. It's pretty freaked up. A very screwed up way of thinking. I don't get how that idiot can think that way. Just search up, just look up in my videos where one of my videos I was talking about how I and showed that I had a cease and desist order um, printed out and all that. That was for him, basically. Because he was saying I did crimes that I've never gotten, like never did, and never, there's no charge, nothing. He's just making it up. They basically suspected me. It, well, it was corrupt police, of course. They basically said I tried to burn my own house down, even though I'm the one who, friggin', even though, well, this is probably not a while. I'm gonna be good that loose if it's UK times at night. Maybe about that later. Going into full detail. But search up more my look for my videos are cease and desist, or actually I'll leave it link, even put it in the link when I'm done streaming. I'll put the link to that video. Like, it really like, basically it was the police tried to say that I did it. You know, I put it out with the fire extinguisher, and I was with someone at the whole time when it happened. But regardless, they're trying to pin that on me still. And I could tell right away what they were doing when they started it, too. That's why they screw with the polygraph. They screw with the polygraph test. Ethan Klein is right about that. For some reason, a lot of people think polygraph tests are like voodoo magic and can read everything, you know? It's really. And I actually ended up finding out afterwards that they do actually uh, fake those. Will tamper with those too. Like, if they do got this so-called percentage of accuracy, it probably only applies when you're the one who's using the machine, or or it's not being tampered with. Which I guarantee there's ways to tamper with it. And he was basically saying, like, that everywhere, that saying that I apparently did that. Yeah, like, uh, grabbed the fire extinguisher and put it out because my mom didn't know how. That was a long while ago too. Yeah, he can continue living his fantasy world. Just really dumb. I don't know how he gets so does that, you know. Maybe I'll make a video about it sometime later on. Because that is a topic I want to get back into. Because there's been recent things that happened. Recent things that happened after that, so I'm probably gonna do a video eventually going into what are the recent things he's doing. But I don't really want to have his name out there or anything. don't even don't want that guy attention. especially after doing all that. It's stupid. I'm gonna leave it off there because I want to do a video sometime actually going where it's just like highlighting that, not just in one of the streams, you know. So I definitely plan on going in full detail about that for sure. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It's really pretty bad. Like I don't get how that even goes on whatsoever. I don't even know how any person can think like that. Alright, I'm going back into that topic. I gotta get out of that topic here. Back in this, going through my history on YouTube, basically. But that's how like grew into like doing stuff I was basically more passionate about. When I especially when I came here and seen stuff like that happening. Really don't know how that can even go on. Like in a recent video, like the dentists, how they go, and you'd have to look back and watch it. It's called. It's basically like how the family doctor thing is, where they like create this illusion like there's you. Oh yeah, it's very easy to get a family doctor here. Here's the number who's taking patients. It'll say he's taking patients. You call him, it'll say, "Oh no, I just stopped taking patients. Call this one," and then you call that one, and they say the same thing, and that just keeps repeating and repeating. It's repeating, and then they'll go, "I'm not taking patients, but here's a number of one that is," and then you'll say, "Oh, I'm not taking anymore," and then it'll just keep repeating and repeating over and over and over in this loop cycle. And that's what they do to keep the illusion that it's not that screwed up here when it is. And with the the dentist thing, like they made a fake appointment for me. Luckily, my wisdom teeth did grow in right. If they're grown in the wrong way, they'd be causing some serious problems with my teeth right now. Like the only way I could go see one is up in Camilton. Here they made a fake appointment saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna remove it. I'm on this date." Waited 2 months, had it written down in the notepad, saved on the phone and everything. And when that appointment came, they were closed. And I wasn't on the wrong day too because I had it saved in my phone and everything. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I made some videos recently talking about that too. Like, just insane. Like, I seriously. Like, that's how I basically started out. Wanted to basically make some kind of change with those kind of things because they're like being hidden and they got these things that pull off illusions to probably get more tourists into the city more than likely. Because if tourists knew that about Bathurst, they would probably never ever come here. You know how they make it look like in the tourism things there? Oh, come to Bathurst. This is the place that created the McFlurry. Definitely nothing. But don't look up anything bad about the city. What a dent. You're not writing in the chat right. It doesn't friggin'. I don't even know what the heck that means. Yeah, I'm wondering if the dentist my mom is going to whenever is gonna actually um be a real appointment, or is it gonna be another fake appointment they set up? But I'm guessing it's more than likely gonna be another fake appointment. They've been doing that way ever since the C word virus started. They basically, yeah, Campbellton, the only white place. And did they extract your tooth yet? No. So you don't know. My mom's got a wisdom tooth right around here or so. And the worst part is hers is, I think, it's growing the wrong way too. I'm pretty sure. So that's friggin' really, like, I'm just wondering if that's actually gonna be real dentist, because every single other one just makes fake appointments, or they say, no, we don't do extractions or something like that. The two things they'll either do. They'll make fake appointments, or basically say we don't do extractions or something, even though every dentist in the friggin' world does. Like, it's not like that all in Canada, it's the small parts, like the places that it's more easier to cover up and hide and put off the illusion to people outside, basically. I'm pretty sure even the friggin'. I'm pretty sure you, like, like, most of the media here, the news media that's local anyway, is going along with it too in the cover up. They basically cover it all up, you know. Nothing really do about that. Except talk about it on basically social media. I don't know why they cover it. That's such a problem with that. Like, they cover up all that there. It's just insanity that they cover it up like that and get away with it. It's really mind-boggling that they're able to do that. But good news though, at least the thing I made about CMS obviously worked, and because they're shutting down the CMS actually, and making a new middle school in Campbellton. So obviously it worked, because CMS is getting shut down, which of course the media won't talk about why. They hey Faison, yeah, CMS, they're more likely the media is definitely going to cover up the why the CMS got shut down. You can only imagine what they probably got shut down for, or I don't know if they're currently getting shut down or not, but definitely they are for sure. Like it's either it's either scheduled or I don't know if it happened yet, but they're apparently supposed to get. There's apparently, remember you said something about like CMS apparently like getting shut down and they're replacing it with some other school or something. I don't know which. They might be making uh, elementary and middle school or something together or something. I don't know what they're doing there. Oh, they're making it. Yeah, so they're making another one. Yeah, definitely. That might have been one of the reasons why they're actually planning on doing that. It's supposed to be behind SSHS. Oh yeah, how are they gonna do that? They're gonna have to remove this. They're probably gonna remove the soccer field or a hockey rink or whatever. Use it. They're putting it behind the high school. That's pretty crazy. So they're gonna be putting it behind there. Yeah. I want like I'm curious how long it'll be till the CMS gets shut down for what they did. It's just insane. Like literally the only thing you'll see most media talking about is they won't talk about like anything bad about if it's like public or government stuff. They'll talk about, oh yeah, a criminal shot a person in this city or whatever, and more than likely they'll talk about something else that's happening outside the province. They won't talk about any, and most you can tell it's like cover up. Like I swear it's even more obvious than some media in the states. Like you literally only hear good things all the time, unless it's something bad about another country or another city. Well, actually, no, they don't even talk bad about anywhere else in Canada except the basic like, oh, a criminal did this in this city or whatever. The like, it's so obvious it's covered up. Come on, you're running a news place and nothing bad ever happens. That is very hard to believe. Oh, they're freaking. He's getting another voice actor, Dr. Hibbert. Frig. Hopefully, it's a good one like the one they got with Cleveland. Cleveland was definitely. Luckily, they got a good voice actor for him. Wonder what they're gonna do with Dr. Hibbert. I don't know if any of you guys remember when The Simpsons had that year where the animators went on strike and they basically, oh, it's gonna be Principal Lewis. Jeez, that'll be funny. Oh my god, it's gonna be Principal Lewis. Yeah, that'll be weird. Simpsons had that year where the animators went on strike. Yeah, it's confirmed. It's crazy. I don't know if anyone remembers when the Simpsons animators went on strike and how bad the animations looked with the new people they hired. So they ended up giving in to the demands of the animators, and the animators came back. It was really bad. Not sure if the voice actors changed or not. It was a certain. It was during one of the seasons of The Simpsons, around when it first started. And they had the actors went on strike. Yeah, they guess they couldn't find anyone better because they had to give in to the demands, basically. Like, the fact that they had to give in to appreciates this voice actor is Jerome as well. He's in it for 20. Yeah, yeah, the guy who does Jerome. Oh yeah, now I can kind of see the resemblance. Their voices are kind of the same. Yeah, it's just like slightly different. No, it's funny. I never realized that until you just brought that up. Now thinking about it, now I kind of see the resemblance to Principal Lewis, and he was also in Very Odd Parents. And God, I don't, I never seen the resemblance until now thinking about it. Yeah, it does kind of sound like Principal Lewis, just slightly different. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he must, he must be good at changing his voice. Oh my god, you voiced Cleveland Jr.? Gee, it's crazy how he did all those characters. Never would have even noticed. Except with Jerome. Jerome, like, Jerome, you can kind of, in Family Guy, you can kind of see the resemblance. It's pretty, it's pretty obvious the resemblance to that for sure. Right. But the other characters, yeah, jeez, I can't even. I don't even. I wouldn't even see the resemblance. Remember, I've seen a lot of those short videos on YouTube where the person who comes in, this woman who voices pretty much every character in Simpsons, which is pretty. It's pretty crazy. Like, probably no one even knew who voiced every single character. Maybe a couple of them, but it's crazy. I don't know if it was a TikTok or something that create the person, the voice actor made or something, where they go into like stores and do every single character voice, and then everyone's like shocked, like what? Jeez, that's actually extreme difference there with those voices. Kevin Swanson. God. Like how is it Kevin Swanson friggin' geez, that's the extreme amount of difference there. So you'd have to like actually look it up and all that to be able to know. Not like every single person would know that. So it's that's probably why it's like become such a big thing now. The friggin' those short clips of the voice actors going into random places and just doing the voice of the character. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Like literally, one of them went to a hair salon and just starts doing the Bart Simpson voice, Nelson voice, and then pretty much every character. Yeah, I'm surprised pretty much every character on Simpsons is voiced by that one person. So they would be really screwed if they lost that one. Because they do the voice of pretty much every character on The Simpsons. The voice of Jeff Fisher on America. Why does it do that? We see the voice of Jeff Fisher on American Dad is voiced by Jeff Fisher. Yeah, the same name too. Oh my god. So the character they have on it is their actual name. Jeez. I never knew that. That is freaking. That is really mind blowing. But Dr. Hibbert, probably no one will. Probably not many people will get as upset because the character he's put in some Simpsons once. He's in some of the episodes for certain episodes. The rest of the time, I'm pretty sure he's a just in background character, kind of. But Cleveland or something, they or main character that you see in pretty much most of the episodes. Like more than likely, people would be more outraged about that, especially when they got rid of Brian, the voice actor for Brian, for like it was for like one season or so on Family Guy. Yeah, and then people got really outraged and they brought him back. Yeah, I heard something about it. Like I heard something about it being um I heard it was like something about like the creator chose it. It wasn't because they went on strike or anything. It was just because they wanted to get rid of the character basically to make people think that uh he did it. Um, why does it just disappear in 1 second in the chat? Here is an American Dad theory. Toshi's Asian friend is a spy. He's aware of Roger always being. Why does it do that? Always being in a disgusting, killed 10 most dangerous criminals of America. Yeah, those are cool. I watched that channel, Game Theory, and the one that makes theories about certain movies and stuff. Before. some of them you can kind of see the resemblance of it for sure. A lot of them you can see the resemblance. It definitely, yeah, definitely, pretty crazy. Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember what I was just saying. Yeah, yeah. It must be nice being one of the voice actors who friggin' voices pretty much every single character because you know if you went on strike or something, they're gonna give in to the demands. They're gonna give in to it no matter what the company. Because if they don't, they're gonna lose one for every single one of the main characters. But Family Guy, it's done by like there's I think yeah it's Peter, Brian, and Stewie I think are done by the same guy, Seth MacFarlane. But most of the other main characters are all done by different people. The fact that Simpsons pretty much like most of the main characters are all voiced by the one person. Besides, I don't know if he also voices Marge too, but yeah, Maggie, all that, pretty much every single character. Besides Homer, and Homer is voiced by a different person, and background characters. But pretty much all them, every main character on Simpsons is voiced by one person. Only other ones that aren't voiced by the same one are the ones that you just see in some episodes. But the ones you see, the characters you see in pretty much every episode, are actually voiced by one person. Like, geez, they definitely wouldn't want to lose that actor for Simpsons for sure. That would be friggin' that would be a devastating blow for sure. Like, like it's not like, but with Family Guy, like it's only a few of the characters, and those few main characters, are voiced by the creator. So one of one of the creators. Well, no, actually, I think he is the main creator and all that. Pretty sure. So like, the rate they could get rid of a character in Family Guy without having to worry about anything because they're all voiced by different people. Like say if in an alternate universe, um, say if say if Family Guy had one actor for pretty much every single main character, then there'd be no way they would have a chance of being able to get rid of them and still have their show successful and everything. There's definitely no way at all. But luckily, it's funny. The person who voiced Cleveland too is just a YouTuber who's doing Call of Duty videos where he was doing the Cleveland voice impression, and that's how they basically found him. And man, they're lucky. luckily Cleveland wasn't replaced with some voice actor who sounds nothing like him whatsoever. Because remember with Brian, they just got rid of him all together, even the character, and make up ending the character ending, basically. I think Family I had like once with Meg. It was voiced by Lacey Chabert in like the first seasons or so. Oh, thank you. That's my mom. Yeah, it's it's pretty it's pretty cool. Yeah, never expected it. The the first episodes of Family Guy, that they did that once, I think. But all the other all the other seasons, they didn't really get rid of any main character. First episode of the first episode of Family Guy. Oh my god. Well, I heard one of the seasons or so. One of the seasons of Family Guy, it was Lacey Chabert or something, and then it ended up being uh, the person who's basically in the Ted movie too. And that's pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Yes, um, yeah, definitely, like, definitely, like, it can take a drastic toll on the show if they get rid of a voice actor and they don't sound like anything like the character, and especially if they're a main character. Like, it's fine. They actually did that on Family Guy. They actually said themselves they did that on purpose. They got rid of Brian for a little bit to basically get people to like him, the character, more, and pay attention to the character more. Or what? It's kind of funny that they did that. Oh, anyway, guys, I'm gonna end off the stream there. It's like an hour and a half or so. I didn't want to do too long. It was chat stream. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at DangeloJohn1, TikTok at DangeloPitcher420, and this is. Oh, we're streaming soon too. Cool. And this is. And this is D'Angelo. Wait, and also in the description, if you feel like supporting the channel further, PayPal donation button in the description. I don't really care about that, so just there if you want to. But, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and this D'Angelo picture, and I am peacing out. Oh, wait, what? How do you? Oh, there.